Hi, I'd like to thank you for coming. My name is Kelly. I am the facilitator at Workforce Solutions Rural Capital Area. My home is the Bastrop office, but I want to appreciate you coming and attending Job Search in the Digital Age. So today we're going to discuss a variety of digital technology tools that are used in today's job search. We're also going to tell you how you can effectively establish your social media presence. We're going to help you gain knowledge of the applicant tracking system, or also known as an ATS. Learn how to participate in virtual job fairs and doing virtual interviews. And how to stay organized during all of this to avoid an information overload. So digital technology in today's job searches is a critical tool, and you want to be sure that you have experience in all the different avenues. Social media is a huge part of job search today. You've got LinkedIn, Facebook, you've got different job search portals, Indeed, Monster, Career Builder, USA Jobs. I mean, the list just goes on and on. There's virtual interview platforms. I know HEB is an example. You have to do a virtual interview before you get an in-person interview. There's different apps that you can submit applications and apply. And then there's also different online assessments. I mean, the list just goes on and on. So first things first, when you're talking about getting ready to do job search, you want to have good email, and you want a professional email as well. A lot of employers will be communicating with you via email, setting up your assessments, interviews, things of that nature. So be sure that you also have a professional email. You don't want something like texassunflower32@gmail.com. That's a personal email address. Have something with your first name, last name, something like that. Navigating those websites, you want to decide which job boards best meet your needs. Utilize resources that are available on these sites, like Indeed has a lot of different assessments that you can take to show your proficiency in different applications. Complete the profile the best you can for its entirety to get the best results. But also be aware that some people will scam different websites, so be wary of how you post your information. And then look at different job search phone apps as well. So here's a few that you can look at. Of course, workintexas.com, ZipRecruiter, USA Jobs, that's where most of the federal and government positions are. You've also got Monster, Career. I mean, there's just so many. So one way that you can avoid those scams and being aware of certain aspects while you're doing your job search, if the job sounds too good to be true, do a little research on the company and check out the different be wary of different vague job requirements or job search descriptions, or unprofessional emails that don't look like they're actually with a company. Be wary too if an employer is sending you text messages to start the communication. Most employers won't reach out that way. And then watch out for emails that don't include any kind of contact information, how you can get back in touch with them, or if it just doesn't look right and you don't feel something right in your instincts. If you do some research and the results don't add up, or if you're asked to provide any kind of confidential information off the bat. I know I've even heard stories of people getting a FedEx with a check and you go buy equipment, and then there's all kinds of different ways they can scam you. So just kind of watch and go with your gut of how you feel. So like I said, social media presence is so important these days. It has a huge role in not only the recruiting. Most recruiters are highly active on social media. So you want to be sure that you've got a great online presence. And so we're going to go through and talk about the different platforms. I would recommend creating a LinkedIn profile. There's over 600 million users worldwide. You can connect with hiring managers and look at the different contacts that you can make and connections within your network. We have a link in the workbook where you can go and do a LinkedIn tutorial on how to set up a great LinkedIn profile so that you get noticed. Now, Facebook, everybody is familiar with Facebook. Some people use it, some people don't, but be sure that you go in, you can set your settings up so that you've got some restrictions. Don't post things that are inappropriate or not professional. Hiring managers do go in and look at your profiles on LinkedIn, Instagram, things of that. So you want to be sure that you have a professional profile. We've got some tips on how you can get your Facebook job search ready. Excuse me. Then YouTube. YouTube is a great platform. There's over 2 billion users. You can post videos and showcase your skills and qualifications. And you can also put links to those not only in your LinkedIn, your Facebook, but different URLs on your resume as well. Twitter, a lot of people can get jobs via Twitter. There are hashtags that you can look for different recruiters and employers. So if you're not familiar with Twitter, we have a link in the workbook where you can get familiar and start utilizing some of these online platforms. Instagram is a great way to get a company's interest in being noticed. And it's a good way to demonstrate you're a good fit. So the applicant tracking system, a lot of people aren't aware that when they upload their resume to a website, chances are that a computer is going to scan that and deem if you are even qualified to make it to the hiring manager's desk. So it's very important that you're aware of an applicant tracking system and that you customize your resume for the positions that you're applying for. Now, a lot of HR, once they've accepted your application and reviewed it, they may send you some online personality assessments and different questionnaires to see how well you fit with not only the position, but the company. And these are some of the top personality assessments that are utilized in HR. And some you may be familiar with and some you may not. Myers-Briggs has been around forever. But you could also look at the Hogan Personality Inventory and the DISC behavior. Virtual job fairs, we actually have them going on every Wednesday, so please take a look at our website, workforcesolutionsrca.com, to get more tips on how you can visit our Workforce Wednesdays. In the workbook, we have tips too to help you prepare to navigate virtual job fairs. Since everyone's kind of new to them, you want to get familiar with the platforms that are available to you. So if you have some downtime, take this time to practice doing a virtual interview, playing with Zoom and all of the platforms that are available, the Google Classroom, things like that. So when you're setting up, you want to be sure that you've got a good lighting, a good location, dress professionally, and practice, like I said, with the platform so that you're comfortable utilizing it. Resources are available to you. Take advantage of everything that's online where you can use this downtime to not only keep your skills fresh, but maybe learn some new ones as well. And it can be a lot of information coming to you at one time when you're doing job search. So be sure that you keep yourself organized from the beginning. Have a folder for your job searches. Keep copies of the applications, the resume that you submit, because you want to customize those to fit. And then do either a Word, Excel document, however you best organize you. That way you can keep track of when you submitted, copies of all the submitted documents. That way you can refer back to them for an interview. I want to appreciate you for coming. If you have any questions, feel free to put them up on the chat or the Q&A. And I'm going to stop the recording at this time to answer any questions you may have.